Ayo, it's poppin'. Welcome to Heavy, where everything we say holds weight. I'm your girl, Camaria Simone.
Taylor, what are you?
And I'm Aaron Porter. And the quote of the day is, there is one rule above all others for being a man. Whatever comes, face it on your feet. And that quote is given by Robert Jordan. So what do you guys think about that quote?
I mean, you said there is run rule, so
one asterisk one.
One rule. Taylor, you said what you thought it meant earlier because I was confused.
It basically means if you're gonna be a man, you basically have to follow one rule, and whenever you're faced with a problem, stand tall and take it on your feet.
It's a quote talking about manhood. I feel like I agree with what you said I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I guess I agree with it.
Like, don't run away, because then you're not a man.
Yeah,
I see it. I feel it.
Yeah. I agree with that. I like that a lot.
Face it head on, you know what I'm saying?
So, with that said, have y'all seen this Tyrese video?
Just Who recently. Hasn't seen it? Well, Taylor hadn't seen it until like 5 minutes ago.
He said recently, like 20 minutes ago. Okay, so I think we can all agree that video is like incredibly awkward to watch.
Yeah, it was weird.
It is like incredibly weird to watch. What does he talk? I feel like what he's talking about in that video is like how he's not seeing his daughter, basically. Okay, I don't know. I just felt weird. He had a whole mental breakdown, y'all.
I think the weirdest part for me is like he recorded it.
He was clearly on something.
Right.
Yeah. So him like when you're going through something, my first thought is not to pick up my phone and like record to people. So for him to like pick up the phone
and record his face.
While
making the ugly crying face.
Yeah, it was making the Michael Jordan meme face everywhere. It was like, this is really awkward, man. So
like, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird.
I get that. And he said, okay, so we just found out today that TMZ had a report come out, and basically Tyrese released another video saying that he was on some antidepressants, basically. A few therapists had been prescribing him different things to deal with his depression, going through this custody battle, and he had a bad reaction to one of the antidepressants, which made it worse. I forget what they said it's called.
Ritalin, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I don't know. You know medical words. I don't. But yeah, so basically he had this crazy reaction, which caused him to have this episode. And they say he had been having episodes for about 2 months. I'm not sure how much I believe that.
Just a scapegoat video.
Talking about
sorry,
it was a whole apology scapegoat video.
I need a reason to explain this to everybody.
I guess.
I mean, it kind of made sense. He doesn't strike me like that type of person. To do what he did, but it wasn't him.
Okay, but he's been doing like weird things over the years too, like when he was selling CDs on the subway.
You think that's weird?
I thought it was awkward when I first seen the video. I know I was in high school when it happened, and I seen the video. I was like, did he hit rock bottom or something? Like that
didn't look rock bottom. When he first said it, I thought he meant like he actually had CDs and he couldn't like do it.
$5.
Yeah.
When I remembered him having CDs. But when we went back, we went back and watched the video, and he was telling people to download his video online. But as a 15, 16-year-old girl who had seen that, which is how old I was when it came out, I was like, oh God, baby boy hit rock bottom.
I think looking at it now, I mean, independent artists are like the thing to do nowadays.
Right. Yeah. And it's not like he had downloaded it and it was his mixtape. Yeah. He said like, I have CDs in Target, Walmart. Like, he dropped all the places people can go get his music, and then also said you can go online and get it as well. So I guess that's a thing. But still, the fact that he was on the subway like, I am now gone independent. I can't mess with these record labels. And I'm out here. I'm out here in the streets. And one of the comments was like, Tyrese went from mainstream Hollywood to hood real quick.
I know. He's like an A-list rap. I mean, A-list rapper. A-list actor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
like,
selling CDs on the subway. You get it?
Yeah, I think the title could be a tad bit misleading. Because like you said, when I think selling CDs on the subway, like it's somebody like, hey, just hear me out real quick. But, like I said, independent artists like Chance the Rapper, I think he's independent.
He does that.
One of the biggest artists
right now.
Like
out of his trunk at one point?
Yeah, something like that.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, so,
But the thing is, Tyrese wasn't starting.
He doesn't.
True, that's a good point.
He's A-list.
You've been doing this for a minute. You got that
Definitely was not starting. Okay, so speaking of being A-list, he also said in the video that he was going broke.
Well, that's the struggle that all people have to deal with. He should have it easier than us.
Going broke. He said, I'm going broke.
Well, what's going broke to a millionaire?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, how?
He should be able to reaccumulate the money easier than others.
Is he really going broke? So I did some research.
She did some research.
And he is right now estimated, his net worth is estimated to be $10 million. That's more millions. I have never seen $1 million.
I've never seen like $200,000.
Exactly. You see the problem? I was like, there's no way you could be going broke.
Broke?
There's no way you can be going broke. No, there's no way. Because like Taylor said earlier, like he's getting those
royalties.
Royalties, there we go. Yeah. He's getting those royalties from like Fast and Furious. Every time BET runs one of his old movies,
he gets a check.
Yes, he has to be getting a check.
I think maybe if you're used to a certain lifestyle of like
he wants more
$100,000 cars, and now you got to buy a.
He's going from that 1% to another percent, like
so
he's
maybe
from the 1% to the 5% now.
Maybe that's what he meant by broke, but like, going broke to us is going broke to him is like. I'm not making $200,000 a month. I'm making like $150 a month now. Maybe that's. I don't know what going broke to him. So I don't know his life story like that.
Exactly.
But I don't want to say he's like broke.
I don't know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, like there's another Fast and Furious movie coming out, I believe.
So if he's
broke, he won't be broke for long.
Exactly.
Like it's gonna be a high.
Temporary.
It's a temporary, living in an apartment kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? So
probably him living in a Marriott 5-star hotel. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. But not only that, like one of his issues with the going broke thing was child support.
Yeah, it's like $13,000 a month.
That's
a lot of money.
How much does it cost to take care of a child?
They don't take no $13,000 a month.
I don't think it's $13,000 a month.
See, like
that's a lot, but it is based off of the income of the.
It might accumulate
spouses,
that,
right?
Yeah, like versus who's taking care of it. It might cost $13,000 a month.
I think it's
that's
based
more
off
$1,000 a month than there are months in the year. Like there should be a rule.
Yeah, that's.
So basically, he's paying his child's mother $156,000 a year.
So she doesn't have to work.
Exactly. Like he's not only like paying. Nothing's gonna cost that much for that child.
I mean, it's reasonable. So
156.
So that the mother can, because she should expect more, because he is an A-list actor.
Right.
So he's got money. So if he wasn't given that much money,
I guess that's the child support system too. Though.
Yeah.
It's like.
So what do you think is happening with all that money that he's given?
Oh, she's just living her life.
Yeah.
And trying to raise the child.
The child or the mother?
The mother.
Because child support is not only for the child. The way it's set up is for the child and whoever is taking care of the child. So like the mother, in this case, they have to both live comfortably. I guess that's what you could say. So I guess that's why that number is at that 13,000. Like, it's like the child shouldn't lack. If I'm thinking about child support correctly, it's like the child shouldn't lack for anything, and the child should be used to the same type of lifestyle as if she was with her father and her mother. So maybe that's why.
Okay, so let's assume for a second, what's her name? I don't know
his wife's name?
Yeah.
His wife's name is Norma.
Norma, there we go. Let's assume
that's a dope name.
Norma is making she's already making like $1 million a year or something like that. And she goes and files for child support. Well, now on top of that $1 million, or let's say they're making the same, their both net worth is $10 million. And now she's getting this child support for him for the child that's like extra on top of that. Now he's living less than she is. Let's say they both have joint custody, even though right now he doesn't. Basically, it's like they have equal custody of this child, but one person's getting paid more money. But on top of that, he's also it's usually like the man also pays for the daycare, and they go and pay like the school's tuition. Let's say they go to a private school or something. Like, I don't agree with child support laws or stuff like that.
So you think it's a flawed system?
Yes, I do. As
interesting.
A matter of fact.
That's a very interesting take.
Because I just think like child support laws, of course they're made to benefit the child, but it also benefits the mother to an extent to where women are able to take advantage of that system. So she's getting this $156,000 a year, which I'm not even gonna say that's that much. That's enough for her not to work. It's enough for the child to be used to a certain lifestyle. Cool. But what happens when the child turns 18 and again, just like making assumptions. Now let's say that the mother doesn't really have a job at all. She's literally just living off this $156,000. So what happens when this child turns 18 and the mother's now upset that she's not getting any money? This situation happened with, I think, Nas, his child's mother. She tried to sue him because he stopped paying child support when the daughter turned 18.
That's the whole rule. It's like,
but
after 18 years.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm done paying my amount.
You see, I think the system is flawed because women take advantage of it. All that money that you're making is supposed to go to support the child, not you.
And
I divorced you. Like, this is about the child we have.
And don't want to make assumptions, but we can assume that it's the child gets a portion of it, but the mother's
right.
Also
usually the child is supposed to get a portion of it.
Yeah.
I know situations where the child never seen a dime of it.
And that's the problem with the system is that you still have, even if the child doesn't see it, you still have to pay, because you can go to jail for not paying child support.
Right.
So you have to keep paying. So I think it's a flaw in the system. But also, if the roles were reversed and it was Tyrese asking for the $13,000, that'd be a whole different thing too. Like it'll be looked at as, oh, this man's not working, this man's not doing this.
Right.
I think Mary J. Blige is in that type of situation where like maybe
does she even have a child under 18?
Oh, but I think her husband,
ex-husband,
and I think
asking for money.
He's
from her.
asking for money from her for child support,
But
and it's kind of an uproar.
I don't think it's child support.
Isn't that child support?
No, it's they divorced and he wants like.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, okay.
It's a divorce.
Different.
Yeah.
Sorry. But like, if the roles were reversed, it would still be a different. We would look at this situation totally different.
He
than what
wants
it is.
money from her. Now the problem with that situation is he cheated on her and now is asking for money from her. Like, no, you literally breached the contract by cheating on me. I get everything at that point.
Didn't know that.
That's how marriages like. If you sign like a prenup or something,
yeah.
When you cheat, usually it all goes out the window type stuff. Like, you ruined the marriage, not me. And the same thing, like, even if there's not a prenup, like, you're entitled to way less once you cheated on me.
Yeah, Tyrese paying $13,000. That's a lot. I mean,
that's a lot. And the fact that it's $156,000 a year for a celebrity child, I'm not gonna say that's too much, but I'm gonna say that's the cutoff.
I mean, I'd be straight. You give me
I
mean, $13,000 a month
for a celebrity.
A year.
For a month.
Year, I guess. I don't know.
For a what do you think, Tay?
Like, it depends. What if you like Kim Kardashian? Like,
what about her?
Or like Kanye West and Kim.
What about him?
Like, what type of child support would he pay for that?
I mean, they're
way
both,
more.
But the thing is, they're both millionaires.
They're worth more.
Why do they want child support when you don't need it? That's the problem.
Because it's free money.
It's
the way they think. It's the only reason they up there. It's for the money.
Like, after a certain tax bracket, you don't need child support. If anything, the law should require you, whoever the child is staying with, I believe, the other parent should be required to pay for like school expenses and stuff like that, because you are coming up out of your pocket a pretty penny to take care of the child that's staying with you. So external expenses should be charged to the other parent, I feel. So like education, doctor's appointments, like stuff like that.
I agree.
Then like after that, just be a great parent.
I agree, but who's gonna turn down free money?
I feel like if I got like Bill Gates money, I'll turn.
Well, I mean that's billions you talking
like
about.
Kim Kardashian, she don't need.
Yeah, I mean she's good without Kanye.
She was good Kanye.
Before.
She's sitting prettier after.
I still think and I hope that doesn't happen. But if something would happen in their marriage,
plastic.
Sorry Kanye, sorry. That she probably would ask for some type of, and that'd be like, because he's worth way more than Tyrese.
I wonder if her sister is asking for child support from Scott. Because
are they divorced?
They're not even married.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were married.
They've been separated for years. I think. Were they married?
Wait.
Were they married?
You talking about Travis Scott?
No, not Kylie. Not
Courtney.
What about her?
Not Courtney. It's Chloe. No,
it's Courtney.
Yeah,
Kylie's
Courtney
gonna be
and Scott.
asking for child support.
I mean, the thing is, Kylie's sitting pretty without him too. Kylie's already a millionaire.
Yeah,
still
true, but I think
she might not ask for child support. I mean,
maybe they stay together and get married. You never know.
Yeah, like I mean that'd be
that's
weird.
That's not happening. She's 20. Now she ain't even 21. She's 20. They're gonna break up. She just happened to create a baby with
Young love is real.
Young love in 2017.
It can happen. It's a rarity.
0.5% in a million.
Oh, I would say that's low. Young love can. I know.
Not like these celebrity children. And like Travis Scott's background plus Kylie Jenner's background, merging that. together. It's gonna be really, like, not saying like they're not good people. I'm just saying they look at the world probably 100% different. But opposites attract, which is why they're together right now, and opposites, they're young and like they're having fun. They just happen to create a baby out of that fun.
Well, hopefully they take care of the child. That's the biggest. I
think they'll 100% take care of that child. Actually,
that baby will be fun.
Yeah, a lot of money.
You know what? I'm saying I think they'll. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 because they're both pretty young and selfish at this point.
But a child can change that.
But Kylie's
you look at the
really
world
family
differently.
oriented.
Yeah, she's got a strong family.
She liked being away from her family. Like, did she?
I think having a child.
She's like the stubborn one.
Family's still there though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always.
They're not gonna let anything happen to her.
They're not gonna let it, but the same like what happens with Rob, he pushes them away. Oh. And I feel like Kylie deals with her issues internally, so if something's wrong, like she'll separate herself from the family.
You know way more about the Kardashians.
Yeah, I don't really know much about the Kardashians.
Listen, I know everything about the Kardashians, and I keep up with the Kardashians.
Isn't that the TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Yes, I love them. Yo, if I could meet Kylie, let's go to a club one day.
You heard that, Kylie. She wants to go to a club
I want to go to a club with Kylie. I'm like, gosh, actually, Kendall is like the bee's knees, too.
Is she really?
Yes. She deals with her issues internally as well. But anyways, that's besides.
She's like the therapist.
I know nothing about Travis Scott's background. I don't know if he's family oriented. I literally know nothing. But I know Kylie's family is. So the baby will sit pretty no matter what.
Yeah.
Not sit pretty as in like be like cute and rich, like loved and well taken care of. Regardless.
I do. I believe, you know, when there's a child involved, you got to make it work for the child. And I think they'll do that. Like you said, the Kardashians seem family-oriented. Yeah. And I don't know too much about Travis Scott's background.
I wish I knew more so I could, like, think more into it. But I don't.
You know, when there's a child involved.
He going to spoil his child when he... Yeah.
It'll definitely be spoiled. Yeah. Have a lot of Yeezys.
Oh, God. The family business. They are a monopoly.
They are.
The Kardashians are a monopoly.
Do your thing, man. Make your money.
They're going to own America in 6 years.
6?
I don't know why I chose that number. I shouldn't have said 6. Like, in 10 years.
10? Let's see.
There we go. But anyways, back to Tyrese. Because we veered completely off topic. We made this a Kardashian podcast. Okay, so people have been questioning his manhood when it comes to this video that he made.
I mean, he shouldn't have made the video.
He definitely shouldn't have. I agree with Tyrese.
He should have done it in a different format because it was really, that was like an awkward, I'm on drugs. Oh my God,
it was so uncomfortable to watch. Like, okay, everyone I've spoke to about this video have said, like, I know he rewatched that video before he posted it. And he still had the audacity.
He still said,
to post it.
Send.
He still clicked that button like, yeah.
It's either confidence or drugs that he was on. I hope it was confidence.
Which has now been confirmed, but it's TMZ. Do I really trust TMZ? Anyways, no, I don't really trust TMZ, but it was other sources that said it. He said it in his video.
But he could also be lying. He could be like, I need to cover this up.
He could be, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, can't worry.
But yeah, so we're going to say it was drugs because that's what he said. And it was prescribed, so it's not like it was crack. It was like a antidepressant that went wrong. But in this situation, do you feel like it's okay for people to have questioned his manhood?
No.
Like,
I thought the video was weird, but I think it was like manhood questioning weird.
I thought it was like, he cried.
It was like, just it was a breaking point, I guess, for him.
Here's the thing. It's do you allow men to have that space to tap into those inner sensitive areas, or do you want men to be men? Don't cry. Don't do anything. If I was
his lady,
do you like men crying?
I would personally like the fact that he shed it out to the world, and it seemed like it felt genuine with the hint of drugs. So it's like it wasn't as authentic. So I would have forever looked at him different.
Really?
I don't know if forever. I would have definitely seen him in a different light.
You don't like a crying man?
I don't mind a crying man.
You can't lay on his shoulder?
Don't mind. I want to be like, you can be tough to the rest of the world, but when it comes to me, if I'm your woman, like, I need to be that person you can be vulnerable with. You can cry
he should have just FaceTimed her.
Norma.
Said all that.
Norma, taking my baby.
Instead of just posting it to millions of other people to see. He should have kept it personal and just.
It's not, you can cry, just don't cry in public. That's what she's saying. Don't cry in public. Cry at the house.
You can cry in public. I never want a guy to feel like he cannot like be vulnerable and cry, because that does not make you less of a man. Contrary to popular belief, like, men have feelings too.
We sure do. You're right.
They shouldn't have to wear this shield, this facade that they don't cry.
That's how you prove you're a man. If you can, he should at least have like a straight face and like kept,
I miss you.
Yeah, like I miss you, or like please come back.
Really
Or like keep
voice.
it straight, but not
Just
he
be
like broke
don't
and like
cry.
had the.
Just be like, I want to cry.
And then he even said, "I have the ugly crying face."
I
on
really
right
want
now.
to cry.
Right.
He's like, I know I'm crying with the
But
ugly crying
it's the
face.
extra
but
stuff he did. He was
I know
like,
I'm ugly.
And I ain't there, and everybody needs something. But what about when I need something from me? Where are you for me? Oh my God! Like,
But yeah, I think it goes like, but I do think in this day and age that men are allowed to be more open with feelings.
you really feel like that?
I do. I
do.
I
definitely
feel like
think,
I feel like
men, it's
still pretty closed off, but we're getting. To
We're
a
getting,
point where,
yeah.
It's more accepted now.
but
than
I
it
think
used to
men
be.
like.
Do I want to just walk around and see men crying everywhere?
Well, I mean,
it's
not
like,
just in the
everybody's gonna
crying
break down
aspect,
crying.
but like I just think in the general, like in just life, men are.
I feel like men are becoming to be more vulnerable with each other.
That
a
takes a
sense.
long time.
Like, just say, like, Black and Latino Male Initiative on campus, like, they have deep conversations. I don't really know the extent of those conversations, but I know when they tell me about it, people who go, they're like, yo, it's like, it's that
Gets heavy.
time.
No pun intended.
Right. It's that time where we can, like, actually speak on how we actually feel. And I feel like society, to an extent, like with your close group of friends, like y'all getting into that place to where y'all can do that. I'm not saying we're there. I'm saying that would be more like a long-term goal for everyone to be able to. But yeah.
I think the standard of, I mean, it's going to take a while, but I think it's slowly seeing that the standard of a man doesn't have to be rock solid, doesn't have to cry, doesn't cry, doesn't show emotion. I think men are being able to, and like I said, it's a slow process, but men are being able to show different emotions and feelings and cry and, you know, what's like that black boy magic? Is that something, you know, that's something
Black
you
boy
probably wouldn't have
magic.
seen that 20, 25, 30 years
That's
ago.
a thing?
I never heard.
It's
of
like a
that.
hashtag on Twitter. You guys never seen it before?
Can you elaborate on?
So
this
it's like
black
if
boy magic?
men,
I'm about to Google this.
I'm dead serious. So like, let's say if a guy takes a picture and it's like it
like
was,
aesthetic or something.
yeah,
I'm
or like in
shit
some
about to Google
like
I
daisies
just
or
went to
like
Daisies?
like some
with, like
Andre
daisies, like
3000.
some flowers around. You guys ever seen those pictures before?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? And it'd be like
yeah.
black boy magic. And it'd be, I'm just saying that's something you wouldn't have seen in 2025.
Like,
I am being
beautiful
the
black
problem
men.
in the
yeah,
world.
it would have.
right
It's
now.
like stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
even gonna lie.
breezy.
My reaction was just being the problem in the world right now, laughing at that.
See?
That is a problem. But you know what? It is beautiful.
It's self-expression.
It's
and I'm not gonna say
self-expression.
nothing about it.
Because Taylor is
Leave it
I'm
at that.
saying it's a
So
thing.
Taylor, can I put some daisies on you?
No, you can't get those dandelions out of here.
Oh, you said what?
Get those dandelions out of here.
You know, I used to be scared of dandelions.
Why?
I don't know. My daddy told me we were walking through a field one day when I was little, and I looked down and we were in a field of dandelions, and I
You lost
went
it.
Did you think they were gonna
crazy.
attack you or something?
And he figured out that was my fear. And I used to love trash, like going through trash cans.
Interesting.
And so
That's
he would line the
very
trash can with dandelions, and I would look at the trash can and go crazy.
why did you like going through trash cans?
I guess I thought I was a boy and I hated flowers.
Boys don't
And I
go
loved-
through trash cans.
You know,
I love dirty stuff. It was like, that trash?
That's
He
it.
used to call me Trash Maria.
That's
Ew.
I don't know if it was, somebody used to call me that. It's not
A feral child.
Trash Maria.
Through the trash.
that's
Everybody else was scared of vacuum cleaners. I was scared of flowers.
that's interesting. That's very interesting. You learn something new every day.
I'm still looking up this hashtag.
I'm
Black
telling you, look
boy.
it up. It's like black boy magic, and you'll see different pictures that pop up.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, back to this. Oh, I was going to say, but on the opposite end of the spectrum with this guys being able to feel more vulnerable, I feel like girls are getting to a point where we have to show less emotion.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain.
What you mean?
Yeah, what
So
do you mean
know
by
how a
that?
lot
I don't-
of
I
women
didn't
are
pick that up.
going into like men, like it's all your girlfriends cry.
Dang, Jesus. Dang.
He looked down like Because like women going into male dominated industries, we feel like we can't be as vulnerable, like we can't be weak because we've shown a sign of weakness. Now you're not going to think we're perfectly capable of what a man can do.
I never thought about that.
I mean,
I
don't know. You're going to have to re-explain it. I don't even.
Tell me what you saw when I said that. Tell me.
I feel like you saying that women are trying to show that they don't have emotions because they think that we.
And I'm not saying
as
all
guys,
women.
As a majority. Yeah. That as guys, that they think that if they do that, we won't think they're capable of.
Yeah.
Being more like, no, I mean, like, I think as guys, we don't really care.
Okay.
But, like, if a girl's a girl, acts like a girl, it's kind of like you're supposed to. And, if you want to act like a guy, you can do that too.
Then it's like we're inferior to guys. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's almost like we're inferior to guys. Like when we're going into certain situations, let's just say if I wanted, I can't even think of a situation. I was thinking like being an engineer or something.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about engineering, but like let's say that situation, a male-dominated world. As a woman entering into a male-dominated world, we have to cut back on some of our feminine attributes, like crying all the time, or like let's say it's that time of the month. Like I can't just go around complaining about that. Like they don't have to deal with that problem.
I mean,
in the workplace, you can't talk about it like I would talk about it if I had other female co-workers, you know?
It shouldn't be that way because, you know, when
it shouldn't be that way, but
being black, going into a white dominated field, you don't think about how you should change
the same analogy. You said what?
You don't feel like you need to change the black parts of you to fit into that workforce.
Okay, so you don't adjust how you operate, because that's completely false in my world.
I
don't act like a hood black person though.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. That's not my black. That's not my black.
Like you.
I act like me.
No, Taylor does act like him, but Taylor is a unique type of human, so he would never have to alter him because he acts like Taylor weird as heck.
All right, we was just talking about equality and everything.
But I'm saying, like, I could never see how you would have to alter you. Exactly. Except for when you go to work and like all those old
rich white people, yes.
They do a certain.
They like a certain yes sir type of guy.
Do you alter how you act at all? Like you choose different language, body language, how you react to certain things. Like all that is different because of the environment you are in. Sometimes because you are black. Some people like don't want to speed in situations because even though speeding is illegal anyways, but like I'm a black man. Like if I get in trouble, it's gonna be way worse for me than if my opposite got in trouble, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think we kind of do it subconsciously though. Like maybe you don't notice that you do it, but there's certain things you may change when you're around the people who are your peers and around the people at work. You know what I'm saying? I actually kind of agree with what you're saying. I have some friends who are engineers who are African-American women in the engineering field. Mm-hmm. And they one of them had an internship last summer in Pennsylvania, and she goes into the to their company, and it's a bunch of older white men in her field. And so she's the only one there, so she has to not show weakness, like you said. Right. She can't show that she isn't capable. She has to be a certain type of way. So I get what you're saying in that department of it, but I also think it ties in with being African American as well. Like,
it can be related in something like being the only Latina in a situation, like stuff like that. And I do want to say, I'm not trying to like change what you think. Like if you feel like you don't have to alter anything, like
I don't.
by any means, I don't want you to think like
perfectly happy with myself.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel like we're like, no, you do have to change. Dang it. This is how. Like, I don't want you to think we're saying that to you, just bringing up other situations. But anyways, yeah, like being the only girl, it's like being a girl in a male-dominated situation. You don't want. It's like being a girl in girl on girl situation. I never let another girl see me sweat. You know, so it's like going into a male-dominated industry. I will not let you see me break. Mm-hmm. You know, because there are unconscious biases that men may have, though they may feel they are being completely the same towards women coworkers, towards male coworkers. Like they're not, whether they know it or not. Sometimes, you know. So yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I honestly don't even know where we left off. I just know the screen is too low right now. Okay. Oh, so I guess we're done, guys. We had everything. We're almost 30 minutes in. And it's any closing remarks?
It's all right to cry, Tyrese.
Don't cry in front of millions of people.
Just do it in front of your woman.
Just FaceTime.
FaceTime Norma.
She probably pick up.
Oh my God.
Hopefully she'll pick up.
She ain't picking up no more.
You ever crying to the world? Shoot.
Nah, you got something to say? Pull up Instagram. Post it on YouTube. I'll see it. No. Tyrese, it's okay to cry. He was on some sort of medical
Ritalin.
There we go. We're just going to go with that. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Nobody else take Ritalin.
Yeah.
Because, y'all know the Tyrese challenge, he's being bullied by the world now.
When you do something like that in this day and age,
what's the challenge? You have to make a video
too. The Tyrese challenge, like Kevin Hart did it.
I saw that. I did see that.
Did The Rock do it? I think The Rock.
That was on the 50 Cent did one too. I was watching that one earlier.
I mean, once you put yourself.
No, not Genuine. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed. Who was that? Turn down these voices.
Keep singing. I like that. Good.
Oh my God!
I don't know. I don't know.
'Cause I can't make you love me. The Preacher's Daughter. He was the male role in Preacher's Daughter with LaToya Luckett.
Oh, you lost me.
Oh my God! Y'all don't know?
No,
I don't know of it.
I don't know.
Turn down the lights, turn down the bed. All right. I got it. Preacher's Daughter. No, we're finding out. And I spelled preachers all the way wrong. Whoa, I've never spelled something so wrong in my life. How you spell preacher?
P-R-E.
I got it now. The Preacher's Daughter. Boom. Okay. Now we're going to go to cast. Oh, wait, that's Preacher's Daughters. We're not ending this podcast. So Tank. Oh wait, I think that's his name.
His name is Tank.
Oh,
Tank.
I ain't no Tank.
Tank is an amazing singer. I believe
He is. He's great.
Yeah, Tank.
Okay.
Tank did a challenge too.
I mean, look, they made a challenge.
He was like, in a room, I'm in a room, and it's dark, and I just want a banana. Why will nobody give me a banana? Like, I don't even understand the Tyrese challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it's not appropriate, but like in this day and age, anything is going to go viral. They made videos about Wendy Williams, who passed out on national TV.
That's so disrespectful.
And they had Wendy Williams challenge videos.
How do you do that?
It was, so you know how like, did you watch the video?
Yes.
So like when she passes out, she's kind of like stumbling before and just drops. And so people actually made videos of like them reenacting how she fainted and passed out. It's not
so
cool.
Insensitive.
So like
America.
If they'll do it for that.
The same thing for the Tyrese challenge. Like if that man had a mental break, let that man have a mental break. Why do you have to?
He should have known. It's 2017.
Yeah,
people turn everything into a meme.
Yeah,
you got to be
funny.
Really careful what you put on the internet.
It was Black Hollywood doing it to him too. I'm thinking, dang, are y'all friends with him? Like this, I was like, I hope they not friends.
There'd be millions of people waiting at home every night.
You gonna meet Kevin Hart tomorrow? Like, so I seen that video.
All right, Kev. He may not mess with The Rock.
We can get past it. Like
he may not mess with The Rock. That's a big dude. I don't know.
I see that video. Was it funny? Did you laugh? Thanks for the motivation.
So yeah, they make videos about anything. So it don't really shock me to see a Tyrese challenge video. You making one about somebody fainting, you make one about somebody crying. Like this is gonna happen, but they shouldn't have. But somebody found it funny.
Welcome to 2017.
Welcome.
Today's culture.
Social media runs the world.
Bullying helps you change your mind about your actions. You reevaluate your actions.
You might get bullied next time you do this.
But all right, y'all. Thanks for listening to Heavy. Again, it's your girl Camaria Simone.
Taylor, what are you?
And Aaron Porter.
Catch you next time.